I'm Heidi. It is Wednesday, July 21st. Today we will be offering you another half-hour show. Inviting feedback as to, half hour, what is preferable to our viewing audience. So we'll get right into it. So yesterday, day before yesterday actually, the Canadian government did announce easing of restrictions around introducing travelers first and foremost from the U.S., those that have been double vaccinated, including their children, even if they are 12 and under and do not have vaccinations currently, they are permitted to come across. I believe, Mike, that was like as of August 9th, yes?
Yeah, August 9th they are. And then
August 9th, and then further on into September is when we will start welcoming our international guests again. So now there is to be an announcement out of the U.S. today, presumed to be in response to our side easing the restrictions, so assume that it will have something to do with their concepts of cross-border travel and whatnot. So we will be looking for a way to bring that to you today, so do stay tuned, keep your eye on our website, and as soon as we are able to connect you with that announcement, we will certainly do so. Now, in terms of announcing, let's get some weather happening. Craig, what is going on today?
Well, Heidi, I can tell you today is kind of one of those perfect summer days where it's low humidities, comfortable temperatures, very light winds, and just sunny conditions. And that's our forecast for today. We'll take a look at the radar and show you what we look like sky-wise. Mike says it's coming. There we go. So you can see right over the Great Lakes, we're cloudless, we're sunny, we're cleared for today, and just a beautiful summer day. Not scorching hot, I'll give you that. It's going to feel closer though to about 25 degrees when you factor in the light humidity we do have. We are watching that system off to the west. Right now it's going to stay to the west and fall to the west. We are watching that for coming in for Thursday, but I'll talk about that more on the 3-day forecast coming up. Right now, let's talk about today. Look at that. This is one like the easiest boards to make. Just 3 suns, nothing to worry about. Temperatures are very, very, very comfortable. And just a great day here in the Sault and Algoma. Your 3-day forecast is coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Whoa, look at that one. Hey. Okay, well, I'm not sure where to look, so I'm just going to look at all 3 cameras, because that's right, there are 3 cameras in here with me right now, which is why you're catching me on a random angle. I'm not even sure which camera I'm supposed to be looking at right now. So anyway, we're just going to talk a little bit more about the borders, because although the federal government has announced its intention to reopen our border, what is happening now is the Canadian Border Services, they have been deemed essential workers, obviously, and they've had a very serious job to do in this time of border closure. However, what's happening is, in an official capacity, these workers have been without a contract since June 2018. So now the fact that the borders are reopening is coming with its own wrinkle, in that these workers who have been without a contract since June 2018 might be looking at strike action. So they're going to be voting on that. And certainly, with the predicted influx of people, family members, business owners wanting to kind of come across the border once it opens, it's going to be busy. So they're certainly going to need their workers to be on hand. Otherwise, we could be looking at some significant slowdowns. Okay, and again, I mean, we can say that there are people and businesses on both sides of the border who are very anxiously awaiting the reopening of the borders because, of course, they have been closed to non-essential travel since March of 2020. So that is all I can tell you today with regards to the borders. There was an interesting poll that I did check out, and it does indicate that a significant proportion of Canadians are indicating that proof of vaccination should be required at the border. So, obviously a zesty discussion being happening around that sort of an issue, which probably could get contentious, because certainly to vaccinate, to not vaccinate, personal decision, strongly urged by health officials. However, for a myriad of reasons, some people are, just it doesn't align with their belief system. So again, everybody is empowered to gather their information and make the best choice that's right for them. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Is that really?
Well, for now.
Okay.
I reserve the right to bring it up at a later time.
But I agree with you. I think it's going to be a very big topic once they start talking about it.
Well, and there are a lot of different ways they're looking to track the vaccinations, right? I mean, like I've heard terms like vaccination passports, and I know that at the GFL, when you do get a shot, they give you a little piece of paper, and then they also send you a corresponding email, so you have that proof of vaccination, because I'm believing that they're anticipating this being a requirement in many cases. So yeah. Well, let's get to some local stuff. How are we doing? We good for time? Or?
4 minutes.
Okay, good. Well, we have a few mini stories to kind of bring you from the local scene. So yesterday, at about 10:30 in the morning, Sault Police Services were called to a collision, right at the intersection of South Market Street and Trunk Road. Very busy, very heavily trafficked, also very well, marked with traffic lights, but regardless, so the police arrive. They, of course, locate the two vehicles in the middle of the junction. They then call for assistance from paramedics, and then the paramedics called for the firefighters because, each emergency responder has their own role to play in any sort of a collision. And that was the chain of events. So the police come, they assess it, paramedics came to make sure that nobody was injured or to treat any attending injuries. And then if the car is ruptured in any way and there is leakage onto the surface, that's when the firefighters do need to get brought in to provide traffic control, and then also to deal with any, like I said, any residual leakage that may be present on the surface. So services were on scene for about an hour cleaning up the debris. Stay with us and we'll bring you any relevant updates to the story as they become available. Now, there's a new proposal facing the city with regards to, where is it? There we go. Yeah. Okay, so right now the city is looking into the possibility of having a science, technology, engineering, arts, and math and innovation center. So you can shorten the first part to the acronym STEAM, but this report and request has come to council, but council obviously is going to be scrutinizing it closely. We have an innovation center, right? So right off the hop, two councillors are looking at this very carefully because, insofar as council is able to, obviously they want to avoid the duplication of any pre-existing services in the community. Certainly the addition of, a STEAM-focused, agency would be of benefit. However, Councillor Corey Gardy was of the opinion that the current Innovation Centre, which is in this moment housed in the Canal District, could already do and probably already is doing what is proposed here. As well, Paul Christian, also a councillor, and this is what I was just saying, doesn't want to see duplication, wants to see synergy. So whatever comes back, as they ask questions and kind of parse through the aspects of the report that are somewhat problematic, they're encouraging individuals when they do come forward with these sort of reports and these requests to really identify what's different about this, right? Because if we already have A, B, C in the community, what else is DEF going to provide? So Travis Anderson, who is the director of tourism and community development did kind of expand a little bit on how the two differ. He did say that we've been working in collaboration with the Innovation Center. So the existing Innovation Center is part of this process. It is not our intention to duplicate the great work we're doing. We would be looking at having one of them, or having them as one of the key partners to drive growth in this area, and see them as kind of being core to moving this forward. So, you know, certainly yet another full-bodied discussion happening at the city. So now I believe we are headed to commercial to hear from our support board sponsors, for whom we are very grateful. We have so many wonderful businesses becoming a part of our partnership team here. You know, Maker North, I believe we have the refinery, we've got Nagda Windeman, we have a number of supports for what we're doing here. So go have a coffee, watch the support boards, and come on back.
First Local, supported by the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, where adventure takes off.
We are at war with a virus, and healthcare troops and first responders are on the front line fighting it every day. Let's join the fight by staying home. Staying home is not a retreat. It's the most brave and aggressive weapon we have against this enemy. Because when we do stay at home, we help prevent overwhelming our hospitals while buying time for our scientists to find the vaccine. And that is how we beat it.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes. Good morning and welcome back to First Local Morning. It is Wednesday, Hump Day, July 21st. I am Heidi. You hear the voice in my ear these days. His name is Mike and he is fantastic. He can usually follow me when I throw things at him, and also is...
Before you go ahead, I have to interrupt you. You know why?
Why?
Guess who I have a co-host for you.
Yes!
There's your new co-host.
Yes, well then.
For now.
Jason Momoa. Oh dear.
Yeah.
This is a bad time to get me going.
We just had to
have
put
a
out there.
drink of coffee.
Kevin that came up with the idea, so you know.
But when he's here, I can't really see him unless I look at the monitor, and you don't like me to look at the monitor.
No,
so
I don't.
So,
you're blushing.
I know.
I'll take
terrible.
him off the monitor and get
Thank
back
you.
to work. Back to work.
Yes. Oh dear, and what a sobering story. Okay, so in March, we did bring you a story with regards to an individual. So we do have a follow-up now. So in the original report, it was alleged that in the summer of 2019, Justin Hoder did use social media to lure an underage victim, and did use social media to get that underage victim to send intimate images to him. He then later met the victim and touched them for a sexual purpose. So on July 8th, Hoder did plead guilty to all of the charges, was sentenced to 3 years in a federal penitentiary. He was also issued a 10 years weapons ban, and I asked Dan about that because, you know, the weapons ban, the article didn't indicate that there had been a weapon used. However, Dan said that this is part of the proceedings with a charge of this nature. So issued a 10-year weapons ban, and of course is required to register with the Sex Offender Registry for life. He is prohibited from contacting any of the victims for life, and further banned from living within 100 meters of any victim 10 years after his release. So that is one story. We also have some citizens whose vehicles are being vandalized repeatedly, like literally over and over again. They're very frustrated. This is happening in what was formerly known as Little Italy. So what's happening is cars are being silly stringed, they're being egged. One of them has even had toothpaste smeared all over it. And this is all occurring while the owners sleep in their home. So very, very bold and brazen acts of vandalism. Why would you do it? I still kind of have difficulty sort of getting my head around that sort of waste of time, like that particular waste of energy. It's just like that woman flipping the flower pots. Like, stop it.
I gotta say though, having cameras, somebody tried to break into my house. As soon as they saw the cameras, they backed down.
Oh, and the cameras are really awesome too. My friend just had one installed, and she was showing me the other day, and like you could see everything, like multiple shots. It sends it right to your phone, your tablet, wherever you want to see it. That's coming at you. So guess what, vandals? Your time is coming. You will be found. So anyway, it's getting to a point where, you know, the people who are, you know, repeat victims of these, you know, really senseless sort of crimes, they don't even call the police anymore. They're not even bothering with insurance because, you know, the cost of the deductible for the insurance, the hassle, you know, and they're saying that in some cases there's not really much that the police are able to do for whatever reason. I'm not going to get into that, but maybe busy with other stories. Anyway, it is an ongoing problem. We are here to bring heightened awareness to this issue. So if you are watching Vandal, you better stop it because you're going to be caught. All right. As part of the ongoing coverage of the wildfires that are burning, I thought it was interesting to note that the city of Sault Ste. Marie is to host some fire evacuees from the northwest. Okay, so this has to do with the threat of forest fires in an Ontario community from North Spirit Lake First Nation. Approximately 100 evacuees are coming to be hosted by the city of Sault Ste. Marie. The costs associated with the evacuation are being provided by Indigenous Services Canada, and the logistics for the duration of the stay in Sault Ste. Marie is being managed by the City of Sault Ste. Marie's Emergency Management Division with support from the Canadian Red Cross and community, provincial, and federal government partners. Okay, so certainly, you know, a number of agencies coming together at multiple levels to provide that comprehensive network of support. You know, we are labeled Algoma's friendliest city, so here we are stepping up to kind of put our money where our mouth is and help out these individuals in their time of need. Okay. COVID numbers. Nothing new to report since July 19th locally. Rolling totals, 157,695 tests have been administered. And this was just updated yesterday at noon. So we are standing at 404 confirmed cases, 4 of which are considered to be active. There isn't one person in the hospital in this moment. We have resolved 400 cases, and we are static at 110 cases that have screen positive for the variants of concern, but I will let you know that that number hasn't changed in a significant amount of time. Can I do the provincial numbers? Or?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Okay, provincially, 127 new cases of COVID-19 were reported yesterday, 2 new deaths. Southern Ontario totals 34 new cases in Toronto, 17 in the region of Waterloo, 14 in York, and 10 in Peel Region, Grey Bruce, and Halton. So yeah, the numbers are still, I would say, trending in an appropriate direction. So let's just keep doing what we're doing. Whatever it is that you're doing personally is clearly working, so go with that. We will go to commercial now, and I will be right back with you.
First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
Always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. Yeah.
First Local, supported by Nogda Windeman Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you. Good morning and welcome back to First Local Morning. I am Heidi. We have a half-hour show for you today. So we like to get involved with our viewers, and we are here to share some happy news. We want to send significant congratulations to Brandon Goff. Whether it's Goff or Gow, I'm not sure, but look at them.
And Laura.
Brandon and Laura on the safe arrival of the tiny baby Riker. What a gorgeous picture of a lovely family. We all send you congratulations. And oh no, look at his face.
And I used to change her diapers when she was young.
What's that?
No, that's my niece, and just to think I used to change her diapers when she was a kid.
Aw, look at that. Little baby man. Well, congratulations, Brandon and Laura. We wish you, happy birthday, baby Riker. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to do some factoids because we're going to just kind of... I was really excited about this one, actually. So today's date, July 21st, 1972, George Carlin, one of my favorite comedians ever. You should get George Carlin on the screen beside me. Like, that would also be significant. Okay, so George Carlin, on this date in 1972, is arrested in Milwaukee for performing his 7 words you can never say on television routine. Tarbox, I don't know if you're watching, but you're the one that showed this to me. Anyway. Yes, for performing his 7 words you can never say on television. Some of them you still can't say on television, so if you're not familiar with this, do yourself a favor, Google it, go look that up because it is one of the funniest things, one of the funniest bits you're ever going to hear. The charges were dismissed when the judge declared that the language was indecent, but that Carlin had the freedom to say it as long as he caused no disturbance. For those of you who are familiar with George Carlin, he is absolutely one of the most brilliant minds, I think, to ever grace the stage in a comedic platform, or really across multiple platforms. Acerbic, witty, and bang on the money every time. Look up George Carlin. Class Clown was a funny, funny album. Okay, now, social media.
Craig first.
Oh, nope. I got to take you to Craig first because we want to make sure that we're like really sucking the marrow out of what is available to us in terms of weather today. So over to you, Craig.
And thanks very much, Heidi. We're going to start off with our radar, and really there's not a lot going on in our neck of the woods. We have clear conditions today for all day today, and most of Algoma seeing the same conditions. Just sunny skies, low winds, low humidities at the point, and just comfortable day today. We are watching this system here. This is a high pressure system here, and this low has to kind of work its way around the top of it. So as that high scoots over towards the east, this will follow it, and that's the call into Thursday and to Friday this week. So we'll definitely watch that. As far as temperatures go, 23 degrees today for our high, 25 with the humidity, 21 in Wawa, 22 in Timmins, and 24 in Sudbury. So a very comfortable day out there today. As far as the systems go, so we have this high pressure system moving in for today, clearing our skies out for a good 24 hours anyway before this works its way through. So this high has to slip down, and then this will follow it. And of course, this is bringing some warmer air with it too. So it's going to also increase the mugginess over the next couple of days. For the next 3 days, we look like this. Sunny skies today, temperatures 23 to 25 for your day tomorrow. We're going to start off with some mix of sun and cloud, and then start to see more cloud during the day. And of course, that mugginess will work its way back in. 25 degrees, feeling closer to 27, and 26 degrees for Friday. Same story, really. We're going to start the day with a mix of sun and cloud, and then seeing that cloud and rain work its way through during the evening. And then our temperatures for the weekend not looking all that bad, 28 degrees. We'll take that. That is your weather right now. Let's send it right back to Heidi.
Wow. It feels like summer, so we better enjoy it for the 2 weeks that we're going to have it, because I'm pretty sure snow will be forecast within the next 3 weeks. Oh, don't shush me. You know it's true.
No.
You know it's true. Mike, don't shush me. Okay, we are going to hop right into social media because I see it is abuzz with chatter. We have quite a lot of conversation today. Steve Childs beating everybody to the punch. Well done, Steve Childs. Well played. He says GMA. HAGD, so good morning all, have a great day. You know how I always seem to put great? I hope that's the word you're intending, Steve, because I always make it great. Maybe it's just good, I don't know, maybe I'm putting pressure on you. Margaret McKegg says good morning all, good morning Margaret. Jim Whitty says good Wednesday morning, well to you too sir. Marcello Goulart, or Marcelo Goulart, always, you know, I encourage everybody, always give me a phonetical spelling of your name because I like to get names right. It's important. But Marcello says, good morning all. Good morning to you, Marcello. Evelyn McColman, happy middle of the week day. Yes, and it is the middle of the week and it's a slippery slope from here into the weekend. So hold tight, everybody. Friday's coming. Vino Humalamaki, good morning. Good morning to you, Vino. Thank you for watching. Carrie Wortman, happy morning. Yes, I tend to wake up happy. You know, it's a beautiful day. We live in a beautiful community. You know, and I've said before, when I step out onto my porch, you know, you can hear the seagulls kind of in the distance. You sort of hear the water and...
Seagulls?
I pretend I'm in Maine, you know, I'm summoning like, you know, all of the mist to kind, yes, anyways.
Yeah, I'm going to say this because I'm mad at seagulls because have you ever been crapped on by a seagull? Well, I got it in the face last week, so I'm not happy with seagulls. So there you go. You go ahead, laugh. Just laugh. Let it out.
A bird pooped on your face?
Oh, I got it in the face. My Daisy didn't get it. She was shielded by me. But can you imagine me and the people watching me at Walmart without laughing? So, yeah, I don't like those birds.
No. Well, I'd probably need therapy after something like that.
Yeah,
so good for you. Just keep going. Okay, anyway, we're moving on from the bird poop. Bradley Evoy says, good morning with 3 exclamation points. Happy hump day with a peace sign. Happy hump day to you as well, Bradley. Karen Bridges, good morning, ladies. Hope your day is filled with sun and smiles. Yes, and I wish the same to you, Karen. Jim, of course, will salute Bradley and say cheers. Jim uses semaphore to order a coffee. Semaphore, I'm going to have to look that up. Wow, awesome. Bradley says, morning, Jim. Ooh, Chris Bridges with a fun fact. Good morning, happy hump day fun fact. According to a survey, bosses are most receptive to requests from their employees on a Wednesday. So, if you're going to ask for a pay raise or a holiday, make sure you do it on a Wednesday, people. So, and he offers up a smile with, you know, a camel and a dromedary. So, yes, excellent. Enika, good morning, everyone. Happy hump day. She offers up coffee, chocolate chip cookies, sunshine, and a smiley face. No coffee for me, but a nice cold beer. Nice. Yes. Yeah. It's hot. Drinking a beer with my name is written in it. Guess what it is? Is it Miller Genuine Draft? Is it? Can you get that in the Netherlands? Okay, anyway, but I mean here it's not quite 8:30, so that would just be irresponsible.
Is it a Heineken?
I don't know. She might pop up later on. Bradley, hey Heidi, did you hear the T-Rex that's selling handguns? He's a small arms dealer. Yes. Okay. Jim Whitty, my friend said that he couldn't afford to pay his huge water bill, so I sent him a get well soon card. Also very funny. Kimberly, good morning all. Smiley, thumb up, sunshine, heart, and an umbrella. Troy Chakosky with a YouTube video. Okay, I won't be able to watch that today, but I will watch it later. Marilyn Trumbull, good morning, everyone. With the sun coming up between two great huge tracts of land, 2 cups of coffee, a smiley, a kitty cat with the hearts, 2 tulips, and that's it for the social media. Look at me go. Yes. Well, you know what? That does leave us time to end off on one factoid. Interesting to me, today, born on this date in 1948, Cat Stevens. Cat Stevens, whose real actual name is Stephen Dimitri Georgiou, but some of you who are fans will know that he did recently, well, relatively recently, change his name. In 1976, while nearly drowning off the coast of Malibu, he shouted, "Oh God, if you save me, I will work for you." He claimed that a wave appeared and carried him to shore. At that time, he did convert to the Muslim faith and changed his name to Yusuf Islam. Happy birthday to you, sir. And if you have never heard his music, do yourself a favor. All right, I'm out of here. We'll check you tomorrow.